arrested, and this one happened in Imo State as well. The same thing I just said in the policemen that were killed, security policemen that were killed, and now in this case again they attacked the police station with explosives. They were able to, in fact, they bombed the police station, and we keep wondering, how do these people get access to these things, and how do they get access to this? If at all any one of them is being caught, those are the kind of things we need to start investigating. It's not just about, and they're not even being caught. So these gunmen just come, these hoodlums as they call them, or bandits. In fact, all of them to me they are the same, and so they come, they attack people free. I can't say allow them, because they escape most of the time, but then they are not caught. It's like these cases are not followed up, but they just feel like, okay, they have come and they have gone, but they will still come back again, and they still continue these attacks. This is not the first time we're hearing of attacks in Imo State in particular, and these things keep happening every time Imo State is being attacked. I know people that live in Imo State, and for some time now they have had to leave their places of residence because of the constant attacks on just to seek refuge. And if nothing is being done about this earlier, these people will have nowhere else to stay, so they will have to leave their homes and all that and go and start squatting other people's land, which is not so comfortable for them when they have their own homes and they have to run out of it just because these bandits or gunmen or hoodlums are disturbing them constantly. And so the government really needs to look into this. If these people can have active bombs, they can have access to these explosives, then what is stopping the police to having access to such things as well, so that when they get a hold of their hideouts, they too can also go and attack them before they come out to attack the police and innocent citizens? We just really hope that the government does something about it sooner than later. Okay, strike. Federal government and ASU meets today. The federal government and the striking academic staff union of universities will meet today to find an amicable solution to the contentious issues that made university teachers down tools. Recall that ASU had declared a 1-month warning strike starting from Monday, February 14, to press home their demands. Both the federal government and ASU have been trading blame since the later declared industrial action, as each is accusing the other of insecurity. However, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, who is the conciliator in chief of the federal government, has scheduled to meet with the leadership of ASU on Tuesday in his office. So we are waiting. Today is Tuesday, so the meeting is going to hold today. Come off the meeting, hopefully. But then we just really do hope that as this meeting is ongoing, I know that a lot of people are already praying that the meeting should go through smoothly, and we on our own end, we are also pleading that ASU and the federal government should stop throwing blames at each other. I really do agree they've been throwing blames. Federal government is saying they're not aware, and ASU is being impatient. They have promised ASU, and ASU is saying, oh, they have waited for so long. While both of them might not be right, while both of them might not be wrong, that is not really the bone of contention. The bone of contention is because students are suffering, as well as the lecturers that are members of ASU, they are suffering as well. And so everybody needs to come to a conclusion on this thing as soon as possible, and not just a temporary solution now. Not just, okay, let's call off the 1-month warning strike and let's go back to work, and then you pay them quarter of what you're supposed to pay them. Let their due diligence be paid to them in full. What it is that they deserve, it should be paid to them in full. Whatever it is that they want, everybody should come to a conclusion. A permanent solution is what we want, not just will last for a period of time, and after ASU will come back and say again that the federal government is not doing what they're supposed to do. Let them be a long-lasting solution, so we'll not have to keep hearing about ASU going on strike. A lot of people didn't even know what ASU was until the issue of strike started coming up, and then that is whenever students hear ASU, they just start relating ASU and strike. But that is not actually the aim of ASU. That is not why ASU was created in the first place. But whenever you hear that ASU has a meeting, the first thing that just comes to your mind is, oh, they want to go on strike again, which should not be so. Let the federal government and ASU come to a reasonable conclusion, and let everything be settled once and for all. Okay, I'll just take one more headline. How to effectively end kidnapping and banditry across Nigeria, Obasanjo. The former president Olusegun Obasanjo has called on older politicians to step aside but work closely with younger leaders in powerful positions to fashion ways to tackle Nigeria's insecurity. Obasanjo, who made the call when he spoke to the 2022 Murtala Mohammed Foundation annual lecture in Abuja on Monday, stressed that the continued violence and insurgency across the country required urgent attention. This is even as Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State called for a new social compact between the government and the rest of the society to secure the citizenry. The theme of the event was Beyond Boko Haram, addressing insurgency, banditry and kidnapping across Nigeria. So now the former president of Nigeria is saying that the older politicians should give way for the younger ones because they might have a different strategy to, curb the case of insecurity in the country. While I will agree with him partially, I will also say that we are not seeing any form of readiness from Nigerian youths to even age, but when we're not seeing any form of zeal whatsoever, everybody's pushing back and everybody's saying, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, I don't want to do that, then who exactly is now going to be the Nigerian youth that is going to represent Nigerians? So if we do not stand up and if we do not bring out those wonderful ideas that we have, Nigerians are very, very intelligent and smart people, but if we do not bring out those ideas, if we do not start bringing out those strategies that we have, trust me, things are just going to continue the same way. It is very true that we need new minds. It's true that we need new ideas and new strategies. But then if the people that have these strategies are not willing to lay them down, then nothing can actually be done, if you ask me. Alright, that was it this morning on the Vanguard. But after the short commercial break, we will take more headlines, so do stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I enjoy this View Radio.
Hey, leave him for me for View Radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. I just want to now go.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 03, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
All right, welcome back to the breakfast show this morning on Ultimate FM. Now let's look at the Nigerian Tribune. Court throws out suit challenging Atiku's eligibility to contest presidency over citizenship. A federal high court in Abuja on Monday dismissed the suit seeking to challenge former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's eligibility to vie for the office of the president. Delivering judgment, Justice Inyang Eko dismissed the suit on the grounds that the plaintiff that instituted the case lacked the local standing to do so. Justice Eko described the plaintiff as busybody and meddlesome interloper, a group and incorporated trustees of Egalitarian Mission for Africa in a suit marked FHC ABJCS 177-2019 had sued Atiku, the PDP, Independent National Electoral Commission and Attorney General of the Federation as first to fourth respondents respectively. The EM is challenging Atiku's eligibility to contest for president on the grounds that he was not a Nigerian citizen by birth. The group asked the courts to hold, among others, that considering the provisions of Sections 25 and 131 of the Constitution and the circumstances surrounding the former Vice President's birth, he cannot contest for the top office. The Adamawa State Government, through its Attorney General, had on July 27, 2021, sought an order of the court to be joined in the suit. The court, in the motion dated April 26 and filed June 24, granted the prayer of the joined in the case as fifth defendant. The Adamawa State Government had told the court that Atiku was eligible to vie for the office of the president. It said Atiku, against whom the suit was primarily directed, is a citizen of Nigeria from Adamawa 2007. It stated that the suit threatened the right of not just the ex-vice president to contest the office of the president, but that the citizens of Nigeria of Adamawa origin, covering 12 out of the 21 local government areas in the state. Now, this news story really caught my attention because I had to now go back and look at the sections that the plaintiff was using as an objective or some as a evidence that okay, the article cannot contest as president. And then I looked at section 25 of the Constitution that states that anybody that is born in Nigeria before the date of independence is considered as a Nigerian. Anybody that is born in Nigeria after the date of independence is also considered a Nigerian. Anybody that is born outside Nigeria but the parents are citizens of Nigeria is considered a Nigerian. So now looking closely at this section of the Constitution, I'm now wondering, Atiku Abubakar, his parents are from Nigeria, from Adamawa State. So how is it that you're now saying that because as at the time he was not born in Nigeria, so now he cannot be considered a Nigerian? It doesn't even make any sense. It's just going to say exactly what the Adamawa State government has said. Just goes to say that they're trying to say that any Nigerian that was not born in Nigeria cannot contest for the office of the president, which if you ask me, it's actually going against the rights of the person, because there are a lot of people that will want to come out for that particular position and they were not born in the country. The fact that they were not born in Nigeria doesn't mean that they are not Nigerians. I mean, they are still citizens of the country because their parents are from here. For one reason or the other, their parents might have decided that okay, we want our child to be born outside the country. That doesn't still deny the fact that the person is in Nigeria, and as long as the person is here in Nigeria, the person is considered a Nigerian. As long as the person has Nigerian roots and Nigerian heritage, parents Nigerian, grandparents Nigerian, which means the person is a Nigerian. So actually, a case, there was no way you could have even won the case in the first place. You just went to the court to go and waste your time. Okay, trouble in air transport as Nigerian airlines increase the country may soon become unaffordable to many Nigerians, as many unforeseen circumstances have pushed the domestic airlines to increase their fares by over 75%. The increase is coming at a time that the average Nigerian is battling economic hardship, may as well force lovers of air travels to shift patronage to road transport despite the insecurity and poor state of the roads. These are times that people are passing through a lot already, and now increasing the transportation time where it's not so convenient to Nigerians. We're already passing through a lot already. Now increasing that one is another case altogether. There are a lot of people that would not want to travel by the roads, and we cannot blame them, because the current state of the road, coupled with the fact that there is high level of insecurity, it's not very convenient for people to now start traveling on the road. So now the question is, will people not travel altogether? Because people might not want to travel through the roads, and the fare of air transport is now so much that a lot of people might not be able to afford it anymore. So what exactly is the way forward? Are we going to say we're not going to travel anymore, or we are going to resort to trains? And the trains, do they get to every part of Nigeria? That is another thing we need to look into. So I think these are times that the federal government and state government as well need to start exploring other means of transportation to make it more convenient and comfortable for Nigerians. Okay, 14 persons killed, 15 others kidnapped. Houses set ablaze in Niger community. Barely 3 weeks after the infamous Galadima Goko massacre in Shiroro local government area of Niger State, a report emanating from the town stated that terrorists in their large numbers have set the town ablaze in the early hours of Monday, February 21st, 2022. Concerned Shiroro youth of Niger State stated this on Monday in a press statement issued by its co-convener. Very sad one indeed, and I say this all the time, that if a particular community is under attack, has been under attack not once, not twice, but then it has become a very, very severe form of attack, why is it that there are no security operatives around that particular area to make sure that those people there feel secure? And when you live in a particular place, although I won't blame them though, if you live somewhere, or you're based in a community where you know that there's constant attack, there's incessant attack on that particular area, why not look for a way to leave that area? Because it seems that these people just want to wipe out the entire community completely. So why not look for a way to just go out of the place before you become a victim again? But then, like I said, I wouldn't blame them. Some people have nowhere else to go. Some people, that is the only home they have. So I wouldn't blame them completely. But then security operatives need to put their hands on deck to make sure that these people are well secured. 4 died, 7 injured in Bauchi accident. Bauchi Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed 4 lives, while 7 others were variously injured and receiving treatment at the trauma center of the specialist hospital in Bauchi. Information from the Bauchi State Sector of FRSC has it that the accident occurred at about 3 p.m. on Sunday along Bauchi-Kanu Road. The report from the FRSC indicated that the crash involved 2 commercial vehicles coming from opposite directions and had a head-on collision. Very, very sad one indeed. But then I'll still keep on saying this. People should be more careful on the roads, because the roads as they are not even so good for motorists to even go through them. Then people still drive recklessly on the road, and make sure that you always maintain your vehicles to make sure that they're in good state before you start driving, especially people that drive commercial vehicles. The lives of people are in your hands at that very moment, so make sure that your vehicle is in good shape before you even put it on the road, so as not to put the lives of other people at risk. Alright, that was it on the Nigerian Tribune. Right after the short commercial break, we'll take more headlines. Do stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
You're listening to the best radio station on the planet. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio.
View Radio. View Radio FM. We are the best.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I dey enjoy this View Radio.
Wallahi me I dey enjoy am for me. Haji ko to na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this View Radio.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
Alright, welcome back to the Breakfast Show on Ultimate FM. Now straight to the Punch newspaper. Nigerian University's assessment method aiding unemployment, LAUTECH done. The director of LAUTECH Open and Distance Learning Center, Professor Tayo Arulogun, has blamed the increasing rate of graduate unemployment in Nigeria on the current paper-based traditional assessment method in the nation's university. He expressed the need for the country to de-emphasize certification and focus more on skill acquisition and practical demonstration by students to exhibit their understanding of what they are taught as the only panacea to reverse the trend, saying that was the meaning of authentic assessment. The professor of computer system engineering said as a result of the current method of assessment, there were a number of university graduates with very good grades, including first class, whose performance at interviews was disappointing and not capable of earning them the job. Well, it has a point if you ask me, because we hear cases where people say, when you just get out of school, you don't even have any experience whatsoever. When the main aim of actually going through school for 4 years is to gather enough experience that will help you in the outside world and will help you in the workplace. But a lot of times you see scenarios where people have been in school for do not have the needed experience to survive, in the labor market. And you keep asking yourself, why is that so? It's because you just go, they give you bar and paper, you write till thy kingdom come, and at the end of the day you realize that there was no real practical while you were in school to actually practice those theories that you were taught. And that is why you see a lot of people go outside and they do not know what to do when they are given tasks in the workplace. They do not know how to carry them out because they were not taught practically how to do them, just taught on paper, and there was no form of practicalizing at all. And I really do agree with him in that area. Now, that does not also take away the fact that the paper-based test is also much more important. You get, so there's supposed to be like a balance. So it's not just taking away the paper-based test altogether, but then it's actually balancing the two. So you have the practicals and you have the theory. So they should be strong in both of them. I think that is the way forward. And I think that if Nigerian universities start adopting that method, trust me, a lot of things will start being better. Lady scalded with burning stove by cop discharged demands justice. A 32-year-old woman served in the case. Amos stated this in Port Harcourt After she was discharged from the hospital where she was being treated, the victim said she suffered severe burns following an argument with a co-tenant, Ezika Agbelu, in December 2021. Agbelu, a policeman, had prior to the incident. I read this news story some time back when it actually happened, and now she's just been discharged from the hospital a couple of months later, but then justice has still not been served. And that is the reason why we keep calling on the Nigerian government. And a lot of people are saying, okay, it's because he's a police officer and that's why nothing is being done. It's not even a matter of him being a police officer. There are also incidents of people that are just normal civilians and they commit crimes and nothing is also being done. So now it's not even a matter of whether he's a police officer or he's not a police officer. That might also be part of it. Lady is seeking for justice and everyone wants justice for her as well. You cannot be making love advances to someone and the person doesn't want. It's not by force. If someone says no, let the person's no be no. Please move on. Do not start getting angry or becoming aggravated over the fact that someone rejected your proposal. It's not something that must be accepted. That is why it's a proposal. You can either say yes or no to it, and she didn't want the proposal, so why not just move on instead of throwing a burning stove at her? And so justice really does need to be served. Okay, just one more headline before we wrap up. Abducted nursing freedom, 3 million ransom paid. Gunmen on Thursday abducted a nursing mother, Salimot Ajibola, in their belt of anonymity, told our correspondent that the husband and wife were driving into their house when the hoodlums attacked them and abducted the woman. The source said the husband passed out after the assailants hit consciousness and discovered that the abductors had made away with his wife, leaving behind their maid and the baby. A relative of the victim, who identified herself simply as Ainos, said a few hours after the abduction, the kidnappers called the family to 15 million. When the family pleaded, they later settled for 3 million. Now, this story is a little bit unclear because I see no reason why a man, his wife, their child, and their maid were in the car, and you just came, abducted the wife alone, and left the other. Okay, probably they left them so that they could go and look for the money and bail the woman. But then the story is a little bit sketchy. We are Nigerians, and then when things like this happen, we start thinking like, are you sure this case is really genuine? Are you sure there's no and then the family members have to source for the funds? But then nevertheless, we are still happy that the woman has been released. At least that is the most important one, because we are in time to see these people abduct someone. They ask for a ransom, the ransom is paid, and they still go ahead to kill the person. But in this case, the woman was not killed and she was released, intact. So we're actually happy about that. All right, that was it this morning on the newspaper review here on Ultimate FM on the Breakfast Show. Now, the month is gradually coming to an end, which I'm happy about, I must say. Thank God February was not like his brother January. So the month is, coming to an end. We have less than 6 days. And I'll just leave us with a word this morning that we should not fail to plan for March to be. It's not so early. You know what they say. Whoever fails to plan plans to fail. So if you're not making efforts to put things in place ahead of the coming months, you're only telling yourself and you're only telling people that, okay, I'm not ready for this match. Whatever happens, even though I fail, even though I lose money, even though I don't achieve those things I want to achieve, I really do not mind. But then if you start making plans from now, you're telling yourself that I really want to make sure March is much more better than February. So your aim should not be that, okay, I just want to survive through March. Your aim should be that I want to make sure that I do things better. The things that I was not able to achieve in February, I want to make sure that I achieve them in March. And the things that I did wrongly, I want to make corrections in the next month. It's not just saying I just want to go through. So I'll still repeat it again. Whoever fails to plan plans to fail. So do not fail to plan for the month ahead, not just March now, but then the other months as well. All right, that was it this morning on the Breakfast Show here on Ultimate FM. Great day and stay safe. Bye.